This feels very new and very weird. I hope you're having a fabulous day. So this video that I have going up today is basically to clarify something that you probably saw on my channel. Recently I made live my Bookburbia crowdfunding campaign, and some of you had a few questions of exactly what that campaign is, what is Bookburbia, and that whole thing. I'm going to be telling you some of the exciting projects that are coming to my channel. Yeah,
I'm just going to move that to there.
Bookburbia and what Bookburbia is. I've had this idea for a couple of months now. I am going into my final months of uni, and for my final graduation film we could do it on what we wanted. And the very first time that I did a documentary, which was back in trimester 2, which was in 2015, I did a documentary on Spartan Race Australia. As amazing as that was, and the great opportunities that I got doing that documentary, it was wicked and awesome, and I'll actually leave a link to it down below because it's on unlisted. The subject that I had to learn about, but it wasn't something I was passionate about. Now going into my final graduation film, and then we could do it on whatever we wanted, I said to myself, I'm going to do something I'm passionate about. Why not create this documentary called Bookburbia? Bookburbia is a 3-part documentary series, and it's featuring Alimani, Siobhan Plaza, and Juliet M. Sanson. The whole gist of this documentary is to basically show how different locations around my home city of Melbourne, because they're Melburnian authors, inspires the authors to write their book. Siobhan Plaza, in her book Frankie, uses Collingwood. Frankie grows up in Collingwood, certain streets and areas that I'm familiar with, and probably other Melburnians are familiar with. So how the author brought that location to mold characters and just bring the story to life. I passed my teachers and everything. They thought it was a good idea. It was something that hadn't been done before, so that got me really excited. And now I finally have the opportunity to actually bring this thing to life, and it just fills me with so much joy that I can finally create a project that's really close to my heart. Part of the assessment for one of my classes was to create a crowdfunding campaign. Now, I've never done crowdfunding before. It's totally new to me. I don't like asking people for money, and I wouldn't do it elsewhere, but it's part of this project. And for some of the things that we need to do in this project, apart from the crew putting in their own funds, couples will have a couple more dollars to be able to do something. For example, a lot of the money in the crowdfunding for my documentary will go into purchasing food for the cast and crew on the 4 days of the shoot. We'll go into just the general transport of the equipment. We're also going to getting gifts for the authors, perks that come with the crowdfunding campaign, putting money into them so we're able to do them. It's kind of a win-win situation in terms of where everything's going. So I put for the crowdfunding campaign $900. The $900, if we don't use it all on Bookburbia, is going into my additional project, which now I'm going to talk to you about, Dance Demons! Woo! Juliet, one of the authors in my documentary, when I interviewed her, she said to me, Miranda, I hope to be working with you on the movie one day. And I can't make a movie now because obviously of my position, but what I can do is, since I have uni access and cameras and equipment via uni, I can make a little trailer series. You know how, for example, Vampire Academy, the spin-off series, have their own trailers that you probably see on YouTube. Something like that, but I'm making it, and Sheridan's making it, and my uni people are making it for her book. All additional funds from that will go into this. Obviously, Dance Demons, will be a much bigger project. I'd like to thank my school because the equipment that we have is absolutely amazing, and I can use that equipment, so I'm not putting funds into that. But Dance Demons will basically be catering for a major cast and crew because we're getting actors. It will cater for the costumes that the people are wearing, because there'll be a few of that, transport, and obviously all that stuff as well that comes with that production, and props. So far, Dance Demons, what we've done is Ali, or probably know Ali, she's a fellow booktuber / vlogger. Her and I are writing the script for Dance Demons. And we're so excited because we've taken parts from the book, we've changed a few things around, but it looks so amazing, and we've got the shots so clear in our head. So to actually give this to Juliet shortly for her to read over. We're going to catch up with her and Sheridan soon. Sheridan's directing it, you see her in my vlog. And we're going to chat to the crew and get the cast going. And it's just going to grow, and it's just going to be such a fantastic project. I do have a couple of cameos that I want to fill, obviously, for Juliet. Crowdfunding campaign for Bookburbia is on Indiegogo. I'd like to thank everyone that has liked the Facebook page and that video that recently went up. Thank you so much for getting behind it and supporting it through that way. If you want to like pay into the project, there is a few perks, and I'll run you through them on the Indiegogo page. $5, you get like a group social media shout out with other people. $10, you get like a social media shout out on Bookburbia Facebook page that we created, and that's fantastic, and I love that Facebook page. And also on my Twitter and Facebook page. And for $25, you get like a personalized video shout out every single week. They'll go up on the social media page, which is the Bookburbia Facebook page. For $50 is a virtual shout out with the authors on the day. They'll read out like a bunch of name lives and we'll like live stream it. For $100 is the swag bag, which is a sort of bookmarks, pens, badges, and notepad of documentary books and the social media shout out. $120 is book and tea, one of the 3 books mentioned in this documentary, and your choice of tea, token from T2, and a social media shout out. By the way, everything has a social media shout out. $100 is free for free, so all 3 books signed, swag bag, tea token. And $450 is an extra Rolling Dance Demons 6-part trailer production, executive producer credit, swag bag, T2 token, and social media shout out, blah blah blah. Obviously, I'm not asking for that, but you do have to create like perks on Indiegogo and all that stuff, and our teacher told us what to do with like the perks and all that stuff, which is exciting. A bit out of my comfort zone with the whole crowdfunding thing, but I really just wanted to make a separate video kind of calming down and explaining exactly what Bookburbia was and also Dance Demons was. Of course, I'm going to keep you updated once Bookburbia is finished, and also Dance Demons. They will be posted on my YouTube. Leave all additional links to everything down below. Make sure you hop on top of it. Thank you so much for, you know, helping me and also just talking about Bookburbia for everyone that has. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your shares. A lot of people have commented on it and said it's wonderful and what a great idea. So that really fills me and makes me really happy, because talking about my home city, and you know, a lot of books these days are based in America, and not that that's a bad thing, but you know, sometimes with Australian authors it's great that they can use their own home city for inspiration, because then like if Americans read it, they're like, oh, this looks like a cool location in Melbourne. If I ever go visit there, if I ever go there, I want to go visit. A bit like that, setting that trend. A bit like when Sarah J Maas came to Melbourne and she signed her name in that graffiti alley, and then I went to find it like the following week. It was complete. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. I am Miranda, and my new red hair, or pink. It was actually really funny when my mum saw it, she didn't like it. Thank you so much for watching. See you.